Let's talk about the growth between week 1 and week 2. What areas were you excited to see develop, and where areas you see come to fruition where you thought you might have a chance to improve on?
I think 3 phases. You're always trying to work hard on them. So I thought, coaching-wise, what I'm proud of our coaching staff about is that they really took the Grand Valley State film and really just dissected it for all that we could from week 1 to week 2. And so I got to see what they suggested, that the improvements they needed across the board with every special team and with all the offense, defense, and I thought it came through really well. Really, what I like the most is the development of our special teams, what happened there. You got to see the kickoff coverage dramatically improve. You got to see the intricacies of the cover personnel and punt, and also punt return. I got to see those really improve. And then we also got to see a lot of fresh faces play this last week. You know, going into week 1, a lot of veterans were playing special teams, and I thought we were very talented within our younger class, and I got a chance this week to see that happen. So, and you gotta have that phase going strong in order to be successful in this league.
And coaches, Terrell kind of begins moving up the career charts. He goes from 8th to 7th. He hits that 2,000-yard milestone this week. As he evolves into a leader and starts getting some of those career accomplishments, does that in some way represent your team developing into a more matured team?
You know, you could probably put some sort of anecdotal to it, in that Terrell is himself transitioning to the mature player you brought up, and I think what you saw his whole class is made the transition from sophomore with a lot of senior leadership covering them to junior, and now even these seniors carrying the torch to say that, hey, we're the leadership now, and this is the standard we need to set, that no one is going to necessarily be there and providing that leadership that was. So, you know, they're the tip of the spear now. And so Terrell is taking that upon himself, as well as the senior class and a lot of other few juniors that are ready to lead. And so I am seeing them. So I think you could probably you could connect the dots on that one, and it's a good theory, you know.
Defensively, you guys have put a lot of pressure on the quarterback. Talk about how that's been a key for your defense, and what areas and which players have kind of led to that.
Yeah. Well, I think it's anytime you're playing football, you got to be able to pressure the quarterback. If you can't pressure the quarterback, you're going to have a really hard time. There isn't a coverage in the world that can take care of the pass at that point. And so we make a strong commitment here to be a pressure defense, and this, in doing that, you need to be able to have some statistical evidence showing that, yeah, what you're doing is actually working. Otherwise, the strategy needs to be different. So you're seeing that pressure. You're seeing guys like Api Fumai. You're seeing Matt Moody. You're seeing interior-wise Jimmy Young and Talais. You're seeing newcomer Bossi being able to add pressure. But you're also seeing a guy like Luke Sywick, who's been in the program for a while, transitioned to where now he's providing some that pressure from an interior nose guard that you really need from an inside guy. And then Matt Hackett and Calvin Davis are 2 guys that are less experienced but very athletic, who give us a wide variety of guys that now we can keep rolling them out and keep them fresh. So on that, the depth that I just listed out, all the names, does help us out in the fourth quarter to begin to keep that pressure on, particularly when you do have a lead and your opponent needs to go to the passes. We have fresh bodies that can keep rolling out.
Now, how tough was it to stay focused through that 2-hour delay? How would you evaluate the way that your team responded to it with so many unknowns about when you would start back up and what that would look like?
Well, let me start with just in the summertime, and April Reed and Curtis Eilinga, our athletic trainers, they do an outstanding job of thinking through situations like that. As a staff, we were all able to meet about what would happen with the lightning delay this fall, because we were going off into Michigan. We knew that the time of year, with the research we did, that Michigan could have some lightning storms. So we all talked through that. We talked with the team about what would happen in fall camp, how we would work through a lightning delay. April does a great job of being able to keep abreast of what's happening with the lightning warnings system that she has on her phone, and so we kind of knew the 30-minute what would happen. And so with that, the team, honestly, we told them the plan. We had some snacks there for them. The DJ starts playing music. One of the guys took over as DJ in the locker room. They had a dance contest. Coach Riddle, our wide receivers coach, I think he won it. We had a lot of fun. And so one of the things, our team likes being with each other. And so it was just more time to be with each other. And I think that it was evident coming out of the break. Our guys were fired up, excited to play football again. But being with each other, hanging out for a long time for us is like that's the fun stuff. We enjoy that.
2 weeks, 2 road games. You guys are finally coming home this Saturday. Talk about what's most exciting about playing a home game, playing in front of your fans, and
Everything you just said. Our fans are outstanding. It's a lot of fun. The student body here, just a bunch of great people. They're rowdy. It's a great family atmosphere. The families that come out from the tailgating, the barbecues, our stadium. It's home, and it's everything that a good home should be. Where it's fun, it's energetic, and it's only getting better. And so I think the spirit, the student section, the zoo does a great job of making it a zoo. And I love those guys, what they're doing, their commitment they have to make it a great experience. Can't wait to see what they have in store. I know we've got a great bonfire set on Friday night, and it's our university's special, and that shows up on home games. And so it's a lot of fun. And just to be home too, to be able to not have to get on a bus or a plane, it's going to be great.
And Coach, shifting gears to this week, or in Humboldt State, what have you seen from them on film so far? What type of game do you expect from them?
Number one, it's a Humboldt game, which is always a tough game. They're one of the top teams in this league, and they've proven that. And Rob Smith does an amazing job with his teams. They're always well prepared. But the other thing is just the player-wise, they're always able to reload. And so they're a solid football program. And for us, our focus right now is really it's a league game. And in order to win a league championship, you can't go with the highs and lows about, hey, who am I playing, who am I not playing? It's all about just you have this 1 week. Let's just focus on this 1 week, and just we still got to grow from week 2 now to week 3. So the same emphasis and mindset we have with week 1 to 2 is still on right now. So there's a lot when you watch the film, a lot of areas we still got to grow in, and so the coaches and myself and the players, we're committed to getting better, because at the end of this whole season, what we want to be able to say is that our best APU football team for 2013 came out. We don't want to leave any potential on the table. We want to be able to just bring it all out, put it on the field, and keep growing. And I think we've got the leadership and the coaches and the players to do that.